Right now, 300 meters below the North Sea, workers are drilling through solid rock. Above their heads, millions of tons of seawater pressing down with the force of 500 pounds per square inch. And somewhere in the middle of this tunnel, engineers are building something that has never been attempted anywhere on Earth, a roundabout, 260 meters below the ocean floor. Norway is one of the most beautiful countries on Earth. It's also one of the most difficult to travel through. Dramatic fjords, towering mountains, islands scattered across a rugged coastline. If you unraveled it, would stretch halfway around the world. For generations, Norwegians have relied on ferries to connect their cities. But ferries are slow, they're weather dependent, and in a Norwegian winter, they can strand entire communities for days. So Norway decided to go under the sea instead. In this documentary, we're going to cover what the Rogfast tunnel actually is, why Norway built it, how engineers are drilling through solid rock 400 meters below the ocean, what nearly went catastrophically wrong, and what happens when it finally opens. This is one of the most jaw-dropping engineering projects on Earth right now, and almost nobody is talking about it. Before we go underground, we need to understand something about Norway. This country is obsessed with tunnels. Norway already has around 40 subsea road tunnels, more than any other country on Earth, and over 1,000 kilometers of tunnels drilled through mountains, under fjords, and beneath city streets. Why? Because Norway's geography gives engineers no choice. Norway is the longest country in Europe. Its coastline, if unraveled, would stretch more than 25,000 kilometers, and its fjords, glaciers, and steep mountains create a topographical maze that makes simply driving from A to B genuinely complicated. For decades, the main highway connecting Norway's west coast cities, the E39, required 7 separate ferry crossings. The full journey took 21 hours. 21 hours to drive the length of your own country. So Norway came up with a plan. Eliminate every single ferry crossing, replace them with tunnels and bridges, and cut that journey time in half. The Rogfast tunnel is the first and most ambitious piece of that plan. Norway doesn't build tunnels because it wants to. It builds them because the alternative is a country that can't connect with itself. So what exactly is Rogfast? Rogfast, short for Rogaland Fixed Link, will stretch 26.7 kilometers and plunge 390 meters below sea level at its deepest point. When complete, it will be the world's longest and deepest undersea road tunnel ever built. To put that depth in perspective, the Eiffel Tower is 330 meters tall. Rogfast goes deeper than that, below the surface of the ocean. The tunnel carries 4 lanes of traffic, 2 in each direction, through twin parallel tubes drilled through solid bedrock beneath the Boknafjord and Kvitsøyfjord. And here's the part that makes Rogfast unlike any tunnel ever built. Roughly halfway through, beneath a tiny island called Kvitsøy, Norway's smallest municipality, the tunnel splits. 2 roundabouts are being constructed 260 meters below sea level, connecting the island to the main tunnel and allowing traffic to keep flowing even if one section closes for maintenance or emergency. 2 roundabouts, underground, below the ocean floor. Engineers themselves confirmed, as far as anyone knows, this has never been attempted anywhere in the world before. Rogfast isn't just a tunnel. It's an underground highway system with junctions, roundabouts, and connections, all built beneath the sea. But here's what the promotional videos don't show you. 300 meters below the North Sea, things don't always go according to plan. Building Rogfast isn't like building a tunnel through a mountain. When you drill through a mountain, the rock stays dry. The physics are manageable. When you drill through rock beneath the ocean, the sea is trying to get in, constantly. Crews working on Rogfast face intense pressure deep below sea level, under constant risk of saltwater leakage. To keep the tunnel dry and stable, engineers have developed advanced grouting and sealing methods. And then there's the precision problem. Crews are drilling from both ends simultaneously, aiming to meet perfectly in the middle with an error margin of just 5 centimeters. To achieve that, engineers use laser scanners that capture millions of data points per second, creating a live digital twin of the tunnel as it's being built. 5 centimeters, over 26 kilometers, under the sea. Unlike similar large-scale projects elsewhere in Europe that use prefabricated tunnel sections lowered into a trench, Rogfast is being drilled and blasted through solid bedrock using the Norwegian tunneling method, a technique Norway has refined over decades of building subsea tunnels. It's slower, it's harder, but it produces a tunnel strong enough to withstand the ocean pressing down on it for the next 100 years. Building Rogfast isn't about speed, it's about precision and keeping millions of tons of seawater exactly where it belongs. Here's the part of the story that didn't make it into the press releases. Rogfast was originally approved by the Norwegian government in 2017. Construction was supposed to begin almost immediately. It didn't. The first round of bidding was canceled entirely after costs came in far higher than expected. The entire project had to be redesigned, rescoped, and retendered, delaying construction by several years and adding billions of Norwegian kroner to the budget. And when construction finally did begin, the geology fought back. Workers drilling on the northern section discovered far wetter conditions than surveys had predicted. Saltwater was leaking into the tunnel system at depths of 300 meters below sea level, forcing engineers to develop new sealing techniques on the fly. One project manager described the experience in a way that stops you cold. "We are now 300 meters below sea level, and we have already had quite extensive saltwater leaks in the tunnel system. Since we are going all the way down to 392 meters below sea level, we're focusing on finding the best methods to maintain safe and efficient working conditions for everyone." 300 meters down, saltwater leaking in, and they still have further to go. No megaproject goes exactly according to plan. What separates the ones that get built from the ones that don't is the engineering culture that refuses to stop. But here's a detail about this tunnel that nobody ever talks about. There's a tiny island sitting almost exactly in the middle of the tunnel's path. And the way engineers solved that problem is genuinely one of the most creative engineering decisions ever made. Meet Kvitsøy. It's Norway's smallest municipality, a cluster of small islands in the middle of the Boknafjord. Population just over 500 people. For most of its history, Kvitsøy was only reachable by ferry, cut off from the mainland by the same weather and tides that have always defined life on Norway's islands. When engineers planned the Rogfast tunnel, they realized the tunnel passed almost directly beneath Kvitsøy. So they made a decision. Don't just build a tunnel past the island, connect it. A spur tunnel branches off from the main Rogfast tube beneath Kvitsøy, connecting the island to the main highway network via two roundabouts constructed 260 meters below sea level. Drivers heading through Rogfast will be able to exit the main tunnel, underground, navigate a roundabout and emerge on Kvitsøy. An island that was once only reachable by ferry will be connected to the Norwegian mainland by a junction, 260 meters below the ocean floor. Engineers confirm this is believed to be the first time two roundabouts have been built in a cross-section tunnel area anywhere in the world. The most remarkable engineering detail in Rogfast wasn't planned to break records. It was planned to connect 500 people on a tiny island to the rest of their country. To understand why Rogfast matters, you need to feel what life is like without it. Every day, thousands of vehicles line up at ferry crossings along Norway's west coast. Commuters, trucks carrying seafood to European markets, tourists, emergency vehicles. The E39 highway currently takes 21 hours to drive and requires 7 ferry crossings. Rogfast alone will cut 40 minutes off the journey between Stavanger and Bergen, Norway's second and fourth largest cities. 40 minutes doesn't sound like much, but multiply that by 13,000 vehicles per day, every day, and the economic impact is enormous. The tunnel is expected to significantly lower transport costs for Norway's seafood industry, one of the country's most important economic sectors, by giving trucks a faster, more reliable route to European markets. And Rogfast is just the beginning. Norway's long-term goal is to make the entire E39 highway ferry-free, replacing all 7 crossings with tunnels and bridges. The complete project is expected to take until around 2050 and would cut the 21-hour journey to approximately 10 hours. Rogfast is the first domino. Rogfast isn't just an engineering project. It's the first step in one of the most ambitious transport transformations any country has ever attempted. So when does this all actually open? And what does Norway do next? Rogfast is currently under construction with completion scheduled for 2033. When it opens, it will immediately claim 2 world records: longest undersea road tunnel, deepest undersea road tunnel, both in the same structure. But Norway isn't waiting to celebrate. Even as Rogfast is being drilled, planning is underway for the next ferry crossing elimination on the E39. Then the next. The full ferry-free E39 program, connecting Trondheim to Kristiansand without a single ferry crossing, is expected to be completed by around 2050 and would almost halve the current 21-hour journey time. And Norway's tunnel expertise is now attracting attention far beyond its own borders. Representatives from Japan, Spain, Morocco, and several US states have visited Rogfast construction sites, studying Norwegian tunneling methods for potential use in their own countries. The country that built tunnels out of necessity is now exporting that knowledge to the world. Whether it's connecting isolated islands, eliminating ferry crossings, or drilling through rock 400 meters below the sea, Norway keeps proving the same thing over and over. If there's a mountain in the way, go through it. If there's a fjord in the way, go under it. And if there's an ocean in the way, build a roundabout at the bottom of it. That's the full story of Rogfast, the underwater tunnel with a roundabout 260 meters below the sea that's quietly rewriting what human engineering can do. If you enjoy documentaries covering the world's most jaw-dropping megaprojects, subscribe to BuildSculptor. New episodes every week. Next time, we're crossing the Atlantic. The world's richest nation built the greatest infrastructure system in human history, then stopped maintaining it. Now they're spending $1.2 trillion trying to fix what decades of neglect destroyed. The question is it too late? Don't miss it.